Alright, so I guess I'm just supposed to start. But it's been told to me that challenges are what make life interesting. And overcoming them makes life meaningful. And I find that to be true. Because, see, when I was 17, I was headed to lunch one day from high school. I was sitting at a red light, changing my music, and a friend behind me actually honked at me. And I looked up quickly and noticed the light was green, so I went ahead and pulled forward. The only problem was a semi coming from the other way didn't see his red light or didn't want to stop, and he T-boned me in the intersection. He left me with a broken jaw, a broken neck, a traumatic brain injury, a punctured lung, 2 fractured ribs, and a ruptured spleen. Now, the head injury by itself can be fatal. The broken neck can be fatal. The punctured lung can be fatal. The ruptured spleen can be fatal. And I had all 4 of them at one time. But I'm not here to brag on myself. I'm here to show you guys that you can do anything you want. Just because certain people have told you you can't do things, you still can. You do not have to take that permission. But let me tell you a story. When I got in the hospital and I first came out, I was in a coma 2.5 months also. Forgot about that part. But when I first came out of the coma and I got to riding in a wheelchair, they told me, you can stop this thing at any time. People live every day in a wheelchair and they're happy. I said, I don't know. So I finally got to walking with a walker again. They told me, you can stop this thing at any time. People live every day walking with a walker and they're happy. I was like, yeah, I don't know. So then I got to walking with a cane. Granted, this was better than most people thought I was going to be able to do. And they said, this is great, Jeff. You can stop this thing at therapy anytime. People live every day walking with a cane and they're happy. And I said, I don't know. So I finally got to walking with nothing. As you can see, I walked up here with nothing. And again, they told me I could stop this thing called therapy anytime. People lived every day walking with nothing, and they were happy. And I said, I don't know. You see, I decided at that point I was going to run. There was no stopping me. And if you didn't believe in me, that was fine. You could either watch or just get out of my way. Because I was going to run. And I'm going to make this announcement, and my dad knows this, but as of last week, I can now run. It's not real far. It's only 10 or 15 feet. But I'm doing it. And it's extremely sketchy, and I don't know if I would suggest it, but I'm doing it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing there. So I came here last year, and I told that story. And at that time, I wasn't walking, or I wasn't running. I was just walking. And I was still happy and proud to be walking. And now I'm running. That's pretty darn cool. But you see, I I came with some tips tonight for you guys that you can write this down if you want. You don't have to. I'm not going to tell you to pull out your phone and jot this stuff down, but you probably should. They're great. So, alright guys, the first one is you need to develop affirmations. You need to figure out how you're talking to yourself and then talk to yourself in the right way. Look, when you're saying things like, I'm stupid, or I just don't operate this way, you don't want to tell yourself that at all. Tell yourself, hey, I am wise. I am awesome at this. I am so smart. I do my homework with no problems. I know you're still in high school, so I do my homework with no problems. Alright? Is that true for you?
Sure.
Sure. Alright. But then my second step that I came up with is you guys need to be grateful. Now, when I say grateful, there are plenty of things you can do. There are gratitude journals, and in fact, I'm helping school kids right now, and this is the second step I also gave them. And they're going through and listing 3 things a day that they're grateful for. And, you know, I wake up every morning. I post on Facebook. I am so grateful to be given today. And I will make today a great day. And it is amazing the effect that has had. Just like I told Larry, if you put something out there in the universe will conspire to make it happen. If you put something out there, your brain is going to look for evidence to support that. So tell yourself you're going to have a great day. Don't tell yourself you're going to have a bad day. Don't even tell yourself you're going to have a good day. Say, I'm going to have a great day. Nothing is going to stop me from having a great day. I was talking to a lady earlier here at the hotel. She actually brought down the coffee pot and water, and I said, how are you today? She says, oh, I'm doing all right. I was like, I'm all right. See, I've made the decision that every day is going to be great. And I tell other people, make the decision that your day is going to be great. No matter what happens in that day, as long as you don't die, it can't get any worse than great. Because you're alive. You're here right now, in this moment, listening to me speak, listening to Robert, listening to Rob. Well, with Rob and Robert, no. But you're here listening to these people. And not many people would come out here on a Saturday night to be with us. So I definitely want to praise you for that and tell you you're doing a great job, something great for your life. Now, what am I on 3? Alright, my third step is take nothing for granted. I mean, alright, from what I can tell, everybody in here has all their arms and legs, right? You all have your eyes. We all don't have the same eyesight. I have glasses on. I don't see it. Oh, Greg's got glasses on. But he's the only other person. So, are you guys grateful that you actually have eyesight? Or are you taking that for granted? Are you taking for granted the fact that you can get up and walk across this room with ease? Are you taking for granted the fact that in my 17 plus years of physical therapy, I have learned that it takes a ton of muscles that you don't even know you have to actually get up and walk. Just doing simple things like walking across this room can be hard for some people. They're probably not for you. So remain grateful. Don't take anything for granted. Remember the golden rule. That is another one of my steps. Now, the golden rule says, do unto others as you would want done to you. And, you know, as you guys might be able to see, these pins on my suit jacket, but they're actually I Change Nations Awards, and they're also known as the Golden Rule Awards. And so that's a big thing to me, Golden Rule. And then I have another step, and that is identify your talents, gifts, and abilities and use them wisely. Like this, being in this room, speaking to you guys, wasn't something I wanted to do before my accident. I was an avid BMX rider. I rode 365 days a year. It didn't matter if it was 6 inches of ice, snow, extreme heat, or it was raining. I was out there on my bike doing something. I was a daredevil. This, speaking to people, was never on my goals. But now, it's something I can actually see for myself. I want to help people like you live your best life and live it now, because we only get one chance. Just one. I've started a movement called Make Every Second Count movement, and I'm working on my global initiative, and I'm getting a curriculum together for schools. And I just want people to realize that they get one life. There are 86,400 seconds in a day. How many of those do you waste? How much time do you spend on the computer or on video games or even watching TV? My dad's gonna laugh at that one because I watch a ton of TV. But how much time are you wasting? How much time are you putting towards something that isn't going to matter in the long run? So I need you guys all to do me a favor when you leave here. Or actually, you can start right now. I need you to make every second count. Why? Because you never know when the seconds are going to run out. I'm Jeff McKenna Jr., the award-winning international Make Every Second Count speaker, telling you to make every second count and have a phenomenal night.